successful negotiation. Before buying your idea, a project, a new business, the execution of a certain task, or a promotion, your audience must buy your image. And this happens the moment someone sets eyes on another person for the first time. The impact of this first impression is what will make the other intuitively feel whether that person likes you or not, whether you inspire confidence or not, and whether that person wants you nearby or not. In short, it is the initial positive impression that a person registers about you that will open the door for your idea to be sold successfully. Surprised, as well as excited, after figuring out the essence of the 3 minutes, I realized it was now time to get this message out to the general public and demonstrate how to use all of these elements to open doors and obtain success in one's professional life in a simple and practical manner. Chapter 1. The Science Behind the 3 Minutes. The moment you pick up this book, many doubts may rush through your mind. Sell an idea in 3 minutes? How? Is it really possible? My answer is that not only is it possible, but it is also the only effective way to sell an idea. It is during those initial moments when you first make contact with the person who will invest in your idea, hire you for a job, acquire your services, or take part in your business that the truly essential things are decided. During this short period of time, several factors, many of them subjective and subconscious, will join to allow the other person to extract, process, and register his or her first impression about you. It is my belief that this first impression is so powerful that it will determine the entire course of events that follow, whether there will be support or opposition, receptivity or rejection, openness or indifference, connection or disconnection, and whether you will be dismissed after a few seconds, or you will earn an attentive listener for the next few minutes or hours. Of course, it will take more than 3 minutes for you to close your deal. You will need to present your arguments, and the investor, client, or employer may ask for some time to think and reflect. However, that is a later stage, and you can only reach that stage successfully if the other party has had a favorable first impression about you during those first 3 minutes. Almost all successful people, if not all, have a very sharp intuition that allows them to take utmost advantage of their first impressions. Conrad Hilton, the founder of the Hilton hotel chain, used to say he used his intuition to decide where and when he should buy or build a hotel. Thomas Edison bragged about listening to his inner voice in his search for ideas for new inventions. Silvio Santos, the Brazilian TV show host and one of the richest men in Brazil, who began his career as a street vendor and ended up building an empire, is known to make 1-minute intuitive decisions. Salim Matar, the founder of Localiza, one of the largest car rental companies in Brazil, is not ashamed to say, "At times I simply send shivers down the spines of my peers when I say I won't do something because my intuition advises against it." Even Albert Einstein once commented that a large part of his discoveries were derived from good hunches. At a global leadership conference lunch meeting, Jack Welch, considered to be the executive of the century, once said that if there is one thing he truly regrets, it is not having made some of his decisions faster. The impact of first impressions is so powerful that there is even a company in the United States with that exact name, First Impressions. Founded by 2 psychologists, Anne de Marais and Valerie White, the company trains clients in the art of making the best possible impression, whether for professional, social, or personal reasons. The first thing you notice or find out about someone weighs a lot more than anything you find out later. Say the 2 psychologists in their book, First Impressions, What You Don't Know About How Others See You. The Adaptive Unconscious and Snap-of-the-Finger Decisions. What is truly behind all this, after all? Could it be that the age-old adage, "the first impression is the one that lasts," is really true? Modern science seems to indicate this to be the case. Over the past few years, a large number of neuroscientists and psychologists have dedicated themselves to studying the mechanism that leads us to, among other things, make intuitive decisions in the blink of an eye, to decide in just a few seconds whether we like a certain person or not, and to form a mental image or even an opinion about something or someone based on our first impressions. This mechanism has a name. It is called the adaptive unconscious. According to Timothy D. Wilson, professor of psychology at the University of Virginia and author of the book Strangers to Ourselves, Discovering the